Let's make Space Marines great again. What a Warhammer preview. What's going on, you bunch of heretics? Welcome to the Heresy Journals. Today we are talking Space Marines. We're talking the Warhammer preview. It's been the weekend, everyone's seen the previews, and no doubt you've seen all the different content relating to it. Me, this is just giving my 5 pence worth about this, the future of Space Marines, where it's going to go, combat patrols, some good, some bad, and of course, the ever downfall of Grey Knights at the moment, which is just laughable. But anyway, let's get into it and let's just talk about some of those incredible miniatures, talk about some of the combat patrols, the great value for money I think some of these combat patrols are going to bring, hopefully an update of the online combat patrol. We've obviously going to have to talk about the whole battle force for Grey Knights, more combat patrols, and of course, Deathwatch. Oh man, yes, let's get into it. So, first things first, we've got to talk about the new character models. I believe there was 5 brought out. Yep, 5. Let's just very quickly talk about each one. So first of all, we have got Salamanders, Vulcan, Heston. This is by far one of the nicest models. I mean, don't get me wrong, there is a little bit of like, hey Judicar, can I copy your homework? Yeah, just don't make it look too obvious. That walking forward pose, it's just literally missing the sword over the top, but I'm just being nitpicky here to be honest with you, but that model there looks absolutely incredible. I am looking at it right now here on my notes because, the different helmet options, that face option, the pose, the stance, the flames, the spear, all of it, and that icon at the back with that Salamander's icon with the flames coming off as well. What an absolute beautiful HQ choice. Again, character model, fantastic. Next up, of course, for Imperial Fist, Darnath Lysander, an iconic miniature throughout the Imperial Fist. And of course, once again, just one thing I will say is I don't think you're going to want to take the Terminator head option for some unknown reason. I think it just looks it doesn't look quite right, but without the helmet, that is a beautiful model, and I think any Imperial Fist player will be adding a new Lysander to their army. Again, even if you wanted as a Terminator captain, to be honest with you, it's looking there that you could quite easily make that into a Terminator captain for your army, no problems whatsoever, because it just looks the absolute business. Next up, and honestly, I think this may be miniature of the year so far for Warhammer 40. That's a bold statement, but it looks really good. It is, of course, for the Raven Guard, Aethon Shan, the new sort of like chapter master of the Raven Guard, with that new jump pack looking thing. We're going to get onto that in a moment. Those talons, the kind of like the drapes, the pose, the hood. I think the hood's the one you got to go for. I'm not a big fan of that like side parting one, looks a little bit Empress Champion, but the rest of it looks I mean, I'd love to know what you think about this one, but this is probably, out of all of the characters that were revealed, this is probably on par as number one. Just the pose, it just looks like he's landed, looking at his next target, it's about to bolt off. I think we're gonna see this probably at next year's Golden Demon, and I can see that being quite potentially a Golden Demon winning model. Absolutely 100%. It looks incredible, absolutely incredible. And then of course we've got the Iron Hands, Karnak Var. Again, another quite cool Terminator, very Iron Hands-esque, and that power more, that's very cool. What's also really cool is the little details, as again they spoke about it in the Warhammer preview. It's just little details on the model that look great. And finally, Subadan Khan, again an absolutely incredible miniature for the White Scars. It was rumored on that jet bike with that spear. Again, a stunning model that once again I feel like we're probably going to see a lot in painting competitions, and no doubt I think people are probably going to convert these into their own thing. or have a White Scars army with a load of Outriders. So yeah, that is, yeah, you've all seen the characters, you all know your thoughts. Personally, I think they look absolutely brilliant. I think for anyone that's getting into the hobby that wants quite a cool character to do, these definitely offer a lot more flavour for people's armies 100%. Which leads me quite nicely onto the combat patrols. As probably many of you have probably seen on the combat patrols, I think they're all, okay, let's just get the elephant in the room. The Iron Hands one is garbage. That's just a fact. It's garbage. In comparison to the other 4, it's garbage. I'm sorry, GW, take the L on that one. You've seen the Iron Hands one off. Sure, they get around combat patrol, but realistically, and it's a point I wanted to make that I noticed, these aren't coming with upgrade sprues, they're just coming with transfers, which means your value for money, I would say, as generic Space Marine boxes, realistically, is perfect. It's absolutely perfect. 2 of which, okay, so the Salamanders one has a specific Salamanders captain in it, sure, but realistically, the way the rules that are written at the moment and the way you build your army list, at the end of the day, that's a flamer and power weapon. So if you wanted to have that as your own chapter, you absolutely could do. What have you got here? You've got Infernus Marines, oh my goodness, your Metal Teams, your ATV, and of course your captain and some assault intercessors. Again, great combat patrol, great amount of variety, some heavy hitting stuff, feels very thematic, feels very Salamanders. And we'll get onto the kind of baseline stuff that I think that was going to be happening in the future anyway in a moment. But yeah, combat patrol, Salamanders, again, tick VG, love it, looks fantastic, looks the part. Next one, and this is the box. This is, if you were going to get into Space Marines, this is the box. The Imperial Fist one with 10 heavy intercessors, 5 Terminators, and the Company Heroes. Oh man, like honestly, that is the one. I love this box. This is if you were getting into the hobby, this is the one, because all of that there is just value. Every unit there, absolutely brilliant, hard hitting Terminators. That whole box there is absolutely should just be the Space Marine starter box. It's got everything you need in it. It's perfect. Absolutely didn't miss on there. They just didn't miss. That's perfect. Raven Guard, again, really, really cool. You know, you've got it very thematic, very Raven Guard. You know, your assault, jump pack intercessors with that captain, with jump pack, beautiful model. You've then got your when you want to be a dreadnought but you don't want to die model. Again, that's pretty cool. And then of course you've got some Phobos Marines there as well. So again, feels very thematic to Raven Guard. I'm not even going to talk about the Iron Hands one, because when you see them compared to yes, you're getting that cool character model, you're getting 10 heavy intercessors, and then you're getting them 2, like, I don't know what they are. They seem pretty pointless to me. I don't know. Then of course the White Scars one again feels quite quick, fast moving, and of course you're getting that new character model in there, which again I think is really, really cool. It is really cool. So yes, of those combat patrols, again, it's great. So value for money wise, if it was me and you were just starting out, the Imperial Fist box is perfect. Paint it whatever your colour you want, because there's nothing too specific to the Imperial Fist in there, which I think is just great. And again, the Salamanders one, that captain's really quite cool, but again, you could paint them any colours. And the way the rules, the weapon loadout are for either lieutenants and captains, it's basically a flamer, hand flamer, and power weapon. Done. Too easy. Nipped. So yes. So, which leads me on to the current Space Marine Combat Patrol, which is online only, which, when you look at it, is the Terminator Captain, the really, really cool, one they did for for 10th edition. You've got the Librarian in Terminator armor. You've got 5 Infernus Marines and 5 Terminators. Great combat patrol. If it wasn't for the fact that for an extra £30 more, you can have an entire Tyranid army, rules and terrain. That's that needs to change. That absolutely needs to change. Which is why I think it's, and they're all push fit, by the way. So 0 customization, all push fit miniatures. which I think why the Imperial Fist one should realistically be, you know, the Space Marine Combat Patrol. That online one needs to absolutely go. The Tyranny one went, I think, for that same reason it wasn't selling, because like you say, for an extra 30 quid more, you could have a whole load of Space Marines and terrain and rules. So realistically, in the Ultimate Starter set, you're getting 2 Combat Patrols for well over half the price, plus loads of other stuff. So I really hope Games Workshop update this Space Marine Combat Patrol. I really, really do, because it's quite insulting if you're paying £100 for a Combat Patrol. For an extra 30 quid, you can have the Ultimate Starter set and have that and another army and terrain and a rulebook. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, those 5 Combat Patrols look absolutely brilliant, which leads us nicely onto, of course, the releases next week with the Black Templars, Grey Knights Combat Patrol, and the Space Wolves one as well. As we spoke about the other day, the Black Templars one looks absolutely brilliant, super thematic, really, really cool. I love that theme that the Black Templars have got going on for them, and that box just works really nicely. Same with the Space Wolves one. You might not like the Wolfen, but again, very thematic, loads of new models in there, and with some Dorpy Wolfen thrown in there. But again, looks really cool, looks very thematic, feels very fitting, and again, a really good starter set. And then, of course, we spoke about the Grey Knight one the other day. Yeah, going on to Grey Knights. These guys, I don't know what it is, but you know, Games Workshop, they are really, really trying to sell. Of course, you've got the new baby carrier with that upgrade sprue. It does look cool. Don't get me wrong, it does look cool. But when it's coming in again another clearance sale box, which again I just feel won't move at all. I think Grey Knight players know this has become an insult. Most Grey Knight players have probably got everything they could ever possibly need. There is nothing really new for them. I suspect that in this new codex they've got for them coming out, they're going to be really, really good, because they want to sell the miniatures, and they know there's a lot of backlash with Grey Knights at the moment. The Grey Knights have had next to nothing this edition. You know, just literally an upgrade sprue on the baby carrier. It is what it is, fine. But you know, hey, it is what it is. I'm just checking over my notes, because I know that you guys don't like it being non-scripted, so I've got my notes here to make sure I'm on track. So moving on though, so the future of Space Marines, which was really, really good news. First things first, the jetpack and of course the sort of grav bike, both look really, really cool, and I'd be very interested to see that with that new jetpack they've got in there, if they're going to be starting doing potentially new heavier models, so you know, that are going to require more of a jump pack. And of course the jet pikes, I think it'll be a matter of time before we start to see more Primaris sort of like grav bikes. I think that'll be very interesting to see. Maybe they'll get rid of the ATV, the Outriders will go, and we'll start to see more of these new jet bikes, or it will just be, that technology will just be available for their HQ choices. So that would be quite interesting. It will be, you know, captain on jet bike rather than on wheeled. So that could be what we could be to start to see. That'd be very interesting. I'd love to know what you think about the grav bike. That new pack from the Raven Wing Chapter Master, really, really cool looking. I like the way it's over the kind of vents here that moves down. It's a lot more like futuristic looking. Looks really, really nice. And I wonder maybe in future if maybe when they bring out Vanguard, the Vanguard jump packs, which is only a matter of time, or Sternguard with jump packs, maybe we're going to see those given to them moving forward. Who knows? And of course that moves on next of all with the new stuff that was mentioned is PDFs, free PDFs. All the sort of founding chapters are going to get PDF updates, which could mean one of two things. One, are we now going to see, so there's obviously not going to be a Space Marine Codex 2.0, which was definitely rumoured. Are we now going to see things coming out in PDF form more often? So instead of, and you know, in all fairness, it was really good to see that they didn't bring a book out for each one. Obviously Black Templars are getting their own codex, but it was good to see they didn't see this as a money grab and go all Codex Salamanders and Codex this and Codex that and just flood everyone with it. I think having that PDF for people to download, I think that's really, really good. I think that's a great move for GW. I think that's a bit of a take an absolute win there for free PDFs for people that they can download. I'd probably go as far as saying that we're probably going to see, for the likes of your White Scars, I imagine Outriders will become Battle Line. It would make sense. I think for your Imperial Fist, I don't know what would become Battle Line for Imperial Fists. I don't know that's not already Battle Line, because I know that Heavy Intercessors are already Battle Line, so yeah. I'm sure there'll be some special rules for them. And I would imagine that for Salamanders, Infernus Marines are going to become Battle Line. Again, it would just make complete sense for that to happen. But these PDFs should be really, really exciting. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what they're doing with that. I do like the way they've got these sort of updates flowing. I think it's a great move for Space Marines, and it just means that Games Workshop can add a bit more flavour into Space Marines, which they've done with these different combat patrols. So again, if you want to get started into the game, there's loads to choose from, and you're not getting chapter specific upgrades boost. It's just decals, and loads of different decals, which I think is just, for me, that's great news. It really is good news. Which leads me on to, speaking of flavour, which leads us on to Flavor Town, the spice that is the Deathwatch. Talk about making Space Marines great again. Beautiful miniatures, beautiful, the most beautiful Deathwatch you've ever seen. Absolutely beautiful. Terrible impression, I know, but honestly, those Deathwatch miniatures, oh man. 10-man squad, which is only good news for Deathwatch players, with, as Games Workshop said, 40k playable rules for the Deathwatch, which can only mean either A, they're going to get brought back into the fold somehow, but I know Deathwatch are coming back. There was a lot of backlash behind getting rid of Deathwatch, getting rid of them in 10th edition, and they brought them back with that Grotmus detachment, so that's great to see, and hopefully now we're going to see more and more Deathwatch coming back into the fold. Those miniatures, the way you've got those different elements that make up a kill team, it's just absolutely perfect. And I'm so glad that GW kind of have listened. I imagine what the probably thought process was, because of how Games Workshop work and how long these things take and the print. I think when that decision was made about getting rid of Deathwatch, they knew they were going to come into being a specific kill team. What they probably should have done was maybe mention that's what their plan was, instead of getting rid of the specific army that was made for kill team, the original kill team. So it's really good to see that they put them back in, and they're going to get rules for 40k, which is just great. It was really good to see. Which again, I suppose will beg the question about some of those armies of the Imperium, the Inquisition sort of retinues and stuff. So hopefully they'll get those rules rewritten again for those. But overall, you know, those Deathwatch miniatures look so good. Well, with the likes of like Gravis armor, Phobos armor, Reavers in there as well, and obviously normal Marines. It perfect. Not a bad word to be said about any of the Space Marine stuff outside maybe the Iron Hands, but a fantastic job by GW for this review, and just giving Space Marine players a little bit of flavour, some really cool new characters that aren't just, you know, another Space Marine generic Space Marine captain. Personally, huge fan of the review. Love the fact that it was 90 minutes long. Love the amount of flavour that was there, and bringing Deathwatch back into a proper kill team game in a whole new box. Love it. Anyway, I've done enough rambling there. I think they're making Space Marines great again. I'm really looking forward to 11th edition already. But I just hope that Grey Knights get the... I cannot wait to have egg all over my face when that army gets its refresh. Anyway, guys, great reveal. Make Space Marines great again. Here we are. Right, I'll catch you guys on the next one. See you in a bit. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah. Let me know what you think in the comment sections below before I say goodbye. One idiot. Let me know what you think in the comment sections below. Am I right? Am I wrong? Was it pointless? I don't know. Right, I'm out of here. Bye.